What if I told you that the very herb you trust, the one you place lovingly in your evening tea, could be the reason you wake up again and again at night? What if I told you that something as small as a leaf, a seed, or a flower could be quietly disturbing your bladder, breaking your sleep, and stealing your peace? Welcome to Golden Rest Guide, where we uncover the gentle, natural secrets that help you sleep better, live calmer, and age gracefully with dignity. Imagine this. Dinner is over, you sip your tea, you turn off the lights, and you slip under the blanket. But before long, your eyes open. It's 2 a.m. Your bladder sends an urgent message. Get up. You return to bed, fall asleep again, only to wake once more at 4 a.m. By dawn, you're tired, your body feels heavy, your mind is restless. You wonder, is this just old age? Do I need medicine? Do I have to accept this? But the truth is this. Peaceful, unbroken sleep after 60 is not only possible, it can be nourished with small adjustments. No pills, no harsh treatments, just gentle changes in the way we use herbs that are already sitting quietly in our kitchens. Over the next 30 minutes, we will explore 5 herbs that can support restful, unbroken nights, and 5 herbs you should avoid after sunset. These are not exotic secrets. They are simple, natural companions that have been with us for generations. Why do so many older adults wake up multiple times each night? It's not always too much water. With age, the bladder becomes more sensitive. Where once it could hold a larger amount of urine quietly, now even a small volume creates pressure and sends a false alarm to the brain. Wake up. Another reason is the decline of vasopressin, a natural hormone that slows kidney activity at night. When levels drop, the kidneys keep filtering, the bladder keeps filling, and your sleep keeps breaking. And then there is stress. The quiet worries about family, health, and finances that replay in the mind even when the lights are off. Stress raises cortisol, the alert hormone. High cortisol at night makes the brain restless and the bladder oversensitive. Together, these changes rob you of rest. But here's the good news. Just as the body changes, nature offers herbs that can adapt with it. When used thoughtfully, they calm the bladder, settle the nerves, and restore the body's rhythm. Take the story of an older woman who loved her post-dinner ginger tea. It gave her warmth and comfort. But her nights were broken, once at 11, again at 2, and once more before dawn. She thought, this is just age. But her granddaughter suggested something small. Replace ginger with holy basil water. Within 1 week, she was waking only once. A month later, she was sleeping straight through. Nothing magical, no medicine, just one gentle shift. Holy basil, often grown in gardens, is our first herb for peaceful nights. Beyond its spiritual reputation, it holds real healing power. Compounds like eugenol and rosmarinic acid calm the nerves, reduce irritation in the bladder, and help the body let go. Drinking 5 or 6 leaves boiled in water, sipped warm before 7 p.m., can mean the difference between a broken night and a restful one. The second herb is ashwagandha, widely known today for its ability to reduce stress. It is called a natural adaptogen, meaning it helps the body handle stress, lowers cortisol, and supports deep, unbroken rest. Think of it as a friend who whispers, "It's all right, you can let go." One older gentleman from southern India, though perfectly healthy, was waking twice each night. His doctor suggested a quarter teaspoon of ashwagandha powder with warm milk after dinner. Within a week, his nights stretched longer. After 2 weeks, he said, "I feel younger, not because my body changed, but because my mind finally rested." The third herb is tribulus, also called puncture vine. It may not be familiar to everyone, but traditional medicine treasures it for kidney and bladder health. Unlike harsh diuretics, tribulus works gently. It strengthens kidney function, reduces bladder irritation, and allows urine flow to normalize without strain. One older man, who woke 3 times a night despite normal medical tests, tried a simple habit: a cup of tribulus tea every afternoon at 4 p.m. Within 10 days, his urgency reduced, his sleep improved, and his mornings felt lighter. The fourth herb is chamomile. Though not native to India, it has found its way into kitchens worldwide. Chamomile does not force you into sleep like a pill. Instead, it invites the body to rest. It contains apigenins, plant compounds that soothe the nervous system and reduce false bladder signals. A woman in her late 60s, who had tried everything, early dinners, less water, more walking, still woke multiple times each night. Finally, she was advised to try chamomile tea at 7 p.m., followed by 10 minutes of quiet sitting. Within a week, she was waking only once. By the second week, sometimes not at all. Her mornings became calmer, brighter, more joyful. And the fifth herb is cardamom. We know it as the fragrant spice in desserts and drinks, but cardamom is also medicine for digestion. After 60, digestion slows. Meals that once felt light can now cause bloating or acidity. This pressure presses on the bladder and sends false urgency signals. Cardamom's natural oils cool the stomach, reduce gas, and relax the abdomen. One woman, who used to wake twice each night, began chewing a single cardamom pod after dinner instead of a sweet treat. Within days, her body felt lighter, her sleep calmer. She smiled and said, "My body didn't need medicine, it just needed to feel light." So here we have 5 friends for your nights: holy basil, ashwagandha, tribulus, chamomile, and cardamom. But just as some herbs help, others disturb when taken at the wrong time. The first to avoid is ginger, a powerful healer, yes, but also a natural diuretic. During the day, it stimulates the kidneys in a helpful way. At night, it simply keeps you up. Enjoy ginger tea at noon, not after dinner. The second is mint, cool, refreshing, perfect for hot afternoons. But older bodies at night need warmth, not extra cooling. Mint can confuse sleep signals and even leave you waking with chills. Use it at lunch, not in the evening. The third is coriander seed. It cools the body and reduces acidity, which is wonderful in the daytime. But like ginger, it encourages urine production. Taken after 5 p.m., it overstimulates the bladder. The fourth is fenugreek. Long trusted for balancing sugar and supporting digestion, but fenugreek water is also a strong diuretic. Taken at night, it will keep the bladder active. Instead, drink it in the early morning around 6 or 7 a.m. when it supports detox without disturbing your night. And the fifth is green tea, seen as healthy and modern, but misunderstood. Green tea contains caffeine, enough to disturb an older nervous system. It also has a mild diuretic effect. At night, this combination steals your rest. One woman who switched her evening chai to green tea thought she was making a better choice, but soon she was waking 3 times a night. When she replaced it with chamomile, her nights became whole again. So the secret is not only what you use, but when. Timing is everything. Here's a simple daily rhythm. In the morning, around 6 or 7 a.m., start with soaked fenugreek water. At lunchtime, enjoy ginger or mint when your body's fire is strongest. In the late afternoon, around 4 or 5, try tribulus tea or a small dose of ashwagandha. And after sunset, when the body longs for calm, let holy basil water or chamomile tea be your evening ritual. This way, your day flows in harmony with the body's natural clock. So today on Golden Rest Guide, we have learned that health is not just about what we take, but when and how we take it. A small shift in timing, a gentler rhythm, can transform restless nights into restful ones. If this message touched you, share it with someone you love. A parent, a neighbor, a friend who longs for peace at night. And as we close, I wish you this blessing. May your nights be still, may your dreams be kind, and may your mornings begin with light in your eyes. This is Golden Rest Guide. Until we meet again, remember, sometimes peace is not found in more, but in less. Not in medicine, but in rhythm. Not in what you add, but in what you adjust.